Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I am Star, and as always it is such an honor and pleasure to be here with each and every one of you. I want to say thank you for all of your support and words of encouragement. You are truly appreciated. All right, and so with that being said, let's head over to Proverbs chapter 16. I will be reading from the Passion Translation. And it says, "Go ahead and make all the plans you want, but it's the Lord who will ultimately direct your steps. We are all in love with our own opinions, convinced they're correct. But the Lord is in the midst of us, testing and probing our every motive. Before you do anything, put your trust totally in Yah and not in yourself. Then every plan you make will succeed. The Lord works everything together to accomplish His purpose. Even the wicked are included in His plans. He sets them aside for the day of disaster." Verse 5 says, "Yahweh detests all the proud of heart, for pride attracts His punishment, and you can count on that." Verse 6 says, "You can avoid evil through surrendered worship and the fear of Yah, for the power of His faithful love removes sin's guilt and grip over you." Verse 7 says, "When the Lord is pleased with the decisions you've made, He activates grace to turn enemies into friends." And I'm just going to hop over to the King James Version and read that verse again. In the King James, it says, "When a man's ways pleases the Lord Yah, He makes even his enemies to be at peace with him." All right. Verse 8 says, "It is better to have little with a heart that loves justice than to be rich and not have Yah on your side." Verse 9 says, "With your heart, you can make plans for your future, but the Lord chooses the steps you take to get there." A king speaks the revelation of truth, so he must be extraordinarily careful in the decrees that he makes. The Lord expects you to be fair in every business deal, for He is the one who sets the standards for righteousness. Kings and leaders despise wrongdoing, for the true authority to rule and reign is built on a foundation of righteousness. Kings and leaders love to hear godly counsel. They love those who tell them the truth. The anger of a king releases the messenger of death, but a wise person will know how to pacify his wrath. Life-giving light streams from the presence of a king, and his favor is showered upon those who please him. Verse 16 says, "Everyone wants gold, but wisdom's worth is far greater. Silver is sought after, but a heart of understanding yields a greater return." Verse 17 says, "Repenting from evil places you on the highway of holiness. Protect purity, and you protect your life." Your boast becomes a prophecy of a future failure. The higher you lift yourself up in pride, the harder you'll fall in disgrace. It's better to be meek and lowly and live among the poor than to live high and mighty among the rich and famous. One skilled in business discovers prosperity, but the one who trusts in Yahweh is blessed beyond belief. Verse 21 says, "The one with a wise heart is called discerning, and speaking sweetly to others make your teachings even more convincing. Let's hop over to the King James Version. And I'm going to read that verse again. In the King James Version, it says, "The wise in heart shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning." All right. Verse 22 says, "Wisdom is a deep well of understanding, opened up within you as a fountain of life for others. But it's senseless to try to instruct a fool. Winsome words pour from a heart of wisdom, adding value to all you teach." And wisdom means attractive or appealing in appearance or character. All right. Verse 24 says, "Nothing is more appealing than speaking beautiful, life-giving words, for they release sweetness to our souls and inner healing to our spirits." So let me just stop there for a moment. What the Lord wanted me to expound on with that particular verse is healing is taking place even now. There's a reason why he wants us to go through these Proverbs, and I've explained it many times during the Proverbs journey. However, the Lord wants me to be very clear in you knowing and understanding that there's healing that's taking place now. Do not be deceived by the obstacles that you are going through. The enemy wants to distract you, and he wants to make you think that because you are experiencing some pushback, because you are being challenged, it means that maybe, you're not in your season of breakthrough, or you're not experiencing this uprising. But the Lord Yah is saying you are, and to keep pushing and to keep moving forward, because there is a healing that is taking place. And this is the reason why he wants me to go into different translations, because he wants you to understand his word in its fullness and how he is conveying his word to us in this hour, in this moment, in this now time, right? He wants you to understand it from his perspective and how he's releasing it to you now. All right. So let's read that verse again. It says, "Nothing is more appealing than speaking beautiful, life-giving words, for they release sweetness to our souls and inner healing to our spirits." All right. So that's what's being released through the word of Yah. He's releasing his healing. All right, verse 25 says, "Before every person there's a path that seems like the right one to take, but it leads straight to hell. Life motivation comes from the deep longing of the heart, and the passion to see them fulfilled urges you onward. A wicked scoundrel wants to dig up dirt on others, only to spread slander and shred their reputation." Verse 28 says, "A twisted person spreads rumors. A whispering gossip ruins good friendships. A vicious criminal can be persuasive, enticing others to join him as partners in crime, but he leads them all down a despicable path." Verse 30 says, "It's easy to tell when a wicked man is hatching some crooked scheme. It's written all over his face. His looks betray him as he gives birth to his sin." Verse 31 says, "Old age with wisdom will crown you with dignity and honor, for it takes a lifetime of righteousness to acquire it." Let's head over to the King James Version. It says, "The hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness." And then I'm going to hop over to the footnotes. It says, "The hoary head or white head of old age is only a crown if it is accompanied by righteousness." So Everyone that has a head full of gray or has gray or has white hair does not mean that they are representing the crown of glory. All right. It is only if that hoary head or white head was accompanied by righteousness. It is only then do you have the crown of glory. I thought that was quite interesting, and I felt led by the Holy Spirit to expound on that. All right. Verse 32 says, do you want to be a mighty warrior? It's better to be known as one who is patient and slow to anger. Do you want to conquer a city? Rule over your temper before you attempt to rule a city. We may toss the coin and roll the dice, but Yah's will is greater than luck. So that concludes the reading for Proverbs chapter 16. I just want to say, just to kind of add to this, I just want to say, stay encouraged. Keep pushing. There is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel the glory of Yah over this Proverbs journey. And I know that he is doing amazing things. Stay connected, stay focused, and just sit back and watch the Lord Yah take complete control of your life. Those obstacles are smoke and mirrors. You know, the enemy is a liar, and he is trying to manipulate so many into thinking that he has the victory, but he's a liar. We already know Yahweh has already gone before us. He's already paved the way. We just have to walk it out. So no matter how scary that situation may look, no matter how challenging that situation may look, move forward with the leading of the Holy Spirit, of course, but move forward and just do your thing. You know, we are required to come up higher. And when you're required to come up higher, you're going to have tasks before you that you have to accomplish. And it may look really, really scary. It may look intimidating. It may not necessarily be scary, but it may look a little intimidating. Like, I don't know if I can do this. But the Lord is saying, even in you being unsure if you can complete a task or if you have the ability to see it through, the Lord is saying, do it anyway. You'll be surprised that when you come out on the other end, you'll look back and see how he was with you the entire time. All right. So I pray that you guys have a beautiful day. Happy Sabbath to each and every one of you who celebrate Sabbath on Saturday. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.